on October 17th.
I'm an angel. See the wings?
Don't miss the new comedy Good Fortune, starring Seth Rogen, Aziz Ansari, and Keanu Reeves. Critics rave. It's heaven sent.
Let me have a budget, guardian angel?
Kinda. You were very unhelpful.
Good Fortune, directed by Aziz Ansari. Rated R.
Wish you could become a morning person? You know the type, up before the sun, early morning runs, first one to the office with donuts and a smile. How do they do it? Easy. With the new Galaxy Watch 8, sleep tracking and personalized insights from Samsung Health help you improve so you can wake up to a whole new you. One who, dare I say it, skips the snooze? It's possible. Train your sleep with Galaxy Watch 8. Learn more at Samsung.com. Requires compatible Samsung Galaxy phone, Samsung Health app, and Samsung account.
This show is part of the HeadStuff podcast network.
Lovely stuff.
Hey, lovely, lovely.
Tell you what, though, folks, that's bloody nice. That is bloody lovely.
Hello.
And
you are
very welcome to the lovely show.
Lovely show.
The reason why we are completely out of sync today is because we are not beside each other. I am in my house. Justine is in.
And I'm in my house.
Justine's in the squat that she lives with 7 other people from Meath. Because
the rent is good. The rent is good.
And the crack is
Don't hold
mighty.
it against me. You have to book your time in the bed, all right? There's only one bed, but look it.
Sleeping in shifts and then shifting in sleep. And the reason why my voice sounds very sexy today is because I went out and I got myself a little bit of COVID.
Yeah, you just wanted another run of it, didn't you? You were like, oh, I just wouldn't mind another little go.
I'm big into retro lately. I'm listening to vinyl, watching VHS, and I'm getting COVID because I just wanted a little bit of taste of what it was like 4 years
Simpler
ago. Simpler times.
Yeah.
Watching Tiger King again.
Oh my God, yeah.
Don't tell me how it ends.
I love it. No. It is though, I'm hearing of people getting it again. You're not alone.
COVID with kids is very different to COVID without kids. Last time I had COVID, no children. It was heavenly, Justine. I would watch
imagine.
4 or 5 films a day, just knocking back hot whiskies, a little bit of Lemsip every 4 or 5 cups. And it was amazing with kids.
But the difference is, the difference also is though, when, COVID had its big day out, we couldn't do it. We weren't allowed to do anything else. So you couldn't even feel guilty about the fact you've done nothing because you weren't allowed to do anything.
Leo Varadkar
That was the beauty
basically
of
saying,
it.
everybody sit home, chillax, do nothing for about 8 months. And we were like, this sounds
Get your
amazing.
box sets watched. Yeah,
Get
entirely.
your
Whereas
box sets out.
Whereas now, honestly, even with like getting COVID now, you don't even have the freedom to say I can do nothing for 5 days because people are like, all right, well, sure, you can just come into the meeting remotely and we can figure things out from there. And sure, if you want to send over and do your writing, you can send it. I'm like, it's different now. It's not the same.
Yeah. No, it doesn't have the same cachet. I don't think it's not even a valid excuse for missing something nowadays.
No, it's not.
People
Honestly,
say,
God,
like,
because
you'll
even
be grand, come on, what the fuck?
Yeah. Sure, who'll know?
Come on down to my granny's 80th. It's like, I don't. She might die. She'll be grand. She's hardy.
She's mid 80, like she's doing all right,
She made shells during World War II.
It's not the same. Like I get, back in the day, you'd say I have COVID. You're MC Hammer, essentially. You can't fucking touch me. I'm gone. That's my get out of jail card. Now, I don't know.
No,
but did you find it this time around? Is it as bad? Tell me that.
Yeah, I'm just really tired and like annoyed all the time. But I'm not in any aches or pains or anything like that. But I am catching up on TV. Good. Have you been watching House of Guinness as a woman who loves a pint of Guinness?
I'll tell you something, Kevin, now, and I want to be positive.
I said if you'd choice, you'd love to live in a house of Guinness. A house made out of
I would,
Guinness.
yeah.
And you just drink the walls.
That film Night at the Museum? My dream would be Night at the Guinness Museum. And I'd just be like, my God.
All the pints
go
come
into
to life.
the taps. I mean, if you drink enough, they do anyway, but...
Swimming in the vat. Justine, I'm sorry, Mr. Stafford, but your daughter drowned in a vat of Guinness. I said, oh my God. Did she go quickly? No, it was a very slow death. She got out 3 times to take a piss. It's pretty good. I have to say, it's even just for the music.
Disagree.
Okay, you disagree.
Go on.
Let me talk about the
go on.
positives. The soundtrack is absolutely killer. And it's like literally every hot Irish band is in the House of Guinness soundtrack. Lankum, Scratch, Kneecap, fucking...
DC Fontaines
DC
Fontaines
got a
DC.
couple of shots. It's the boys up in Dundalk. Mary Wallopers. Lisa O'Neill got a song for the famine. They had to go for somebody quiet and sad. They went to Cavan for Lisa O'Neill. Lankum, did I say Lankum? So the soundtrack is absolutely killer. So even for that alone, what's your beef with it now? Let me take you to the butcher shop. Let me get a lot of beef from Justine.
Sorry if you're a vegan, because there's about to be a lot of beef. Actually, in terms of the soundtrack, I think the soundtrack is phenomenal, but I sadly think there's shoehorning the songs to be like, let's get that band in there now in a scene that I don't think it belonged. Like, Get Your Brits Out is played by Kneecap in a fight scene, and I think it's edited so wrong. Like, that's a really upbeat song. And that scene is really, really slow. The fight
also,
scene
it's a scene where literally Protestants are beating up Catholics.
Yeah, exactly.
Fair
so
enough. There is a scene where they're beating up a bunch of Fenians, and the song is "Get Your Brits Out." That I did find that a little bit jarring. I didn't know how to take that.
Totally,
like,
and that's
a load of
about
Guinness
7 minutes in.
Yeah, Guinness workers beating up and the casting of the head of the Fenians. He was your man who was in that Oscar-winning short film. Hold on a second, if you know what I'm talking about. The head of the Fenians is like a ginger-haired lad with a low brow, and he looks like
Seamus
like
something.
Can't remember his name. He's a really good actor. He was in Irish Goodbye, but he does look like a racist drawing of an Irishman from Punch magazine in the 1800s.
Honest to God, it's exactly that. Yeah.
And then his sister is like way too hot by comparison.
Yeah, and their accents don't fully match as brother and sister, I found listening to it. Now, maybe I was getting too into the accents. They're both North Side, obviously, but there's a big difference in them. But
yeah,
I will say this.
Is he a Northern Irish actor?
I think he is. The positives.
She's ridiculously hot though.
That's what I was about to say. The positives are the entire cast is insanely hot.
Yes.
Insanely hot. And there's some incredible performances. Like Anthony Boyle. I won't have a bad word said against that man because he is an absolute scene stealer. The second he's on screen, he's phenomenal.
Yeah, he's a star.
Unbelievable.
I do have a bone to pick with Anthony Boyle, and it is his bone. Episode 3, Anthony Boyle gets out of a bath, and he is a stem on him that honestly looks like a baby's arm with an apple. Like it was, and my wife turned to me and she just said, "Is that a fucking prosthetic, lad?" And I said, "Yes." Even though I knew in my heart it was
crying.
It was not
a silent tear. Yeah, it's definitely CGI.
And I was like, it actually deeply upset me. I couldn't concentrate on the rest of the episode because I was just thinking about that lad. And she was like, "Do you want to watch another one?" And I was like, "No, I'm actually, I think it's late enough. I think you should just go to bed." I think. But I know for a fact, I haven't met Anthony Boyle. I know for a fact. First of all, he was asked, "Is that a prosthetic penis? Are you ready for the answer?" I looked it up.
Yeah.
He said...
I paused the show immediately and I went to Google.
He said, "It's all me. That's my body. Take it or leave it."
Oh my God, who the fuck would leave it?
You could leave it at the bottom of a door to stop a draft. But he
even
said,
in the other room.
He said in the scene in the script was supposed to be, he's putting on cufflinks. That was the scene.
Stop.
He's putting on cufflinks with the Michael McElhatton, his butler, and he rang up Stephen Knight and was like, "Hey, do you know what I think this fucking needs? I think it needs to be in a bath, fucking drinking brandy, fucking smoking a cigar, and then I just stand up and I just show everybody my big willy, And it shows, and in fairness to him, it makes sense. It shows that he owns his world. He's not embarrassed.
Yeah.
He doesn't give a shit. He's like fucking standing up, Billy Bollock naked. But I know, having met the lad, I was like, I guarantee he was keeping that lad well warmed up before them cameras are rolling. Like, his footballer was running up and down the sideline for a good 15 minutes before the referee brought him on. I guarantee, like, when the prop guy was like, so Anthony, how warm do you want this water? He'd be like, can I get it like the average temperature of a human vagina? That'd be lovely. Thank you very much. It was just basically a couple of degrees away from just being a full-on erection.
Oh, yeah.
But,
could hang the towel on it, like, getting out.
Because this is a big thing now. Not his penis. Prosthetic lads. Prosthetic lads are almost like a standard now. Because I did some research into it. There's been a lot of prosthetic lads. It really kicked off with, obviously, Mark Wahlberg in fucking Boogie Nights had a ridiculous lad on him. It was like a foot long, but that was kind of for the character. Jason Isaacs, remember this lad? Jason Isaac in White Lotus, his robe opened up and he had a big old boy on him as well. Again, my wife turned to me and said, "Is that a prosthetic penis?" And I started crying. This guy here, also in the White Lotus, Theo James in the White Lotus.
All right, okay.
Scene where he exposed himself, big old boy in it. That was a prosthetic.
Well, it wasn't 12 inches, but it smelt like a foot.
So he said, you go into these things and you have a conversation with the director and the producers and they go, okay, for this, we're going to use a prosthetic. We're going to use something. And I say, okay, that sounds good. We get to the set and the makeup designer has this, it's like a hammer or something. I mean, it's bigger than that. It's like she stole it off a donkey in the field. I mean, the thing is ginormous. Honestly, I don't want to... honestly, I don't want it to be too distracting. It just needs to be a regular Joe. Because the scene is not about the pee-pee, it's about the power play and the sex. Mark Wahlberg, Boogie Nights. Jonah Hill, The Wolf of Wall Street. He wore a prosthetic one as well.
No way.
Yeah. Finn Wittrock in Ratchet, which I haven't seen. You know about Nurse Ratchet?
No.
So he got a prosthetic one as well. Chris Hemsworth in Vacation. Channing Tatum in The Vow. Chloe Sevigny in Hit and Miss, which is fair enough because she was born a lady. So it's all the fucking rage, these shtick-on lads.
Now, well, you'd like to see some real representation. That's
I'd
what
like
you're
to see
about
some
say.
real penile representation. And also, Justine, what is it doing? What is it doing to the male psyche? The brain of your average man watching this, his self-esteem is in tatters watching these massive boy jeans.
I'd well believe it, Kevin, but I wonder how people feel watching porn, if that's the case.
Well, I mean, they're professionals, Justine. And you take into account that, look...
Studied years for that, Mickey.
The reverse of this, though, is William Dafoe in Antichrist. So William Dafoe, when he was doing nude scenes in Antichrist, the director saw him and they're like, holy Jesus, have you seen the stem of this lad? It's actually going to be too distracting. We need to bring in somebody with a smaller penis. So they had a stunt cock that was actually smaller than William Dafoe because his actual penis would have been too distracting for the scene. Isn't that mad?
Oh my God. You see, here's the thing. On the flip side, like say, if I went for a movie and I had to be in the nip, I mean, they'd have to put some form of cleavage on me because otherwise people would be confused. Is that her back or her chest? We don't know which side we're looking at right now. So they'd need that.
Did they draw nipples on her shoulder blades? Well, what do you call her in The Substance? Margaret Qualley had fake boobs and fake butt in that. So she had a little bit of help in that film.
Okay. But I feel like that was kind of part of the storyline that it was meant to be that she was
Of
getting...
course. Yeah,
you know.
But can you imagine the poor actor who's like called in and it's like his agent calls him up and it's like, we've got a gig for you now. You're going to be playing William Dafoe's penis. And you're like, oh my God, I can't wait. It's like, yeah, it's because your penis is so small. We need a small penis. You're like, all right. There are no small parts, just small actors.
Well, on the flip side, if they ever were casting for a film for a woman where they're like, we need her to have very small boobs,
These
it's just
boobs
too
are
distracting.
Yeah.
I will clean up. I will fucking clean up all around me. And I would love to know how much you get paid for that. Because here's the thing. No one's going to, if they're only showing your chest, no one's going to know they're mine unless they read the credits. So like, what can you expect to be paid as a penis double?
I'd say you'd be talking a little bit over than an extra. So I'd say you'd be looking at 120
but I
quid a
disagree.
day.
Like, it's your
You'd be looking
Mickey.
maybe 150 quid a day.
There's no way it's that low, because it's like it's a fucking sex organ you're showing on a bloody huge screen.
The camera
it has to be a lot more than that.
The camera does add £10.
And hopefully they have about 10 cameras on me.
Shooting it in fucking
Just
IMAX.
try and get the size of them up.
I think you're right though. I think there's if Sydney Sweeney played a nun, come on. Her boobs are too big for a nun. You don't see nuns with big boobs like that. You know? So I think next time Sydney Sweeney is playing like a nun or something, they need to get in Justine Stafford.
Yeah.
Get her in. I know just the girl.
But like, if I was ever cast in something as the actual part and they told me, come here to me now, there's actually going to be a bit of nudity, how do you feel about that? I think I'd struggle with that because, my parents, they try and support me. And I would be like, you can't watch that show now. You can't. I'm sorry, but you just can't look at that. And don't get me wrong, it'd be tasteful, obviously. But
very
even
tasteful.
still, very tasteful. But I just couldn't put them through it. They wouldn't be very proud. And then them going to mass and, the O'Reillys or whoever, the neighbours saying, I watched Justine last night. My father would struggle.
Yeah. I mean, what? Oh. It's not something. I mean, my parents didn't even like that I was in Hardy books. And I rarely got my penis out in Hardy books.
Yeah, and you had your face covered for a lot of that role.
My face was mostly covered.
Lovely stuff.
This show is part of HeadStuff Podcasts. Here's another show you might like.
I Know the Face is a movie podcast on the HeadStuff Podcast Network, hosted by me, Stephen Portion.
And me, Andrew Carroll. Our show is all about character actors, the type of performers you'll see pop up in supporting roles in blockbusters, the type of people you know the faces, but not the names.
Each episode, we pick one particular character actor and discuss a couple of their movies, shining a light on the performer's career while giving listeners plenty of movie recommendations. So the show is a must for cinema lovers.
In previous episodes, we've covered the likes of Christopher Walken, Don Cheadle, Guy Pearce, Mia Goth, Michelle Yeoh, Parker Posey,
Philip Seymour Hoffman, Sam Elliott, Tilda Swinton, Viola Davis, Walton Goggins, and lots more.
Listen to I Know That Face wherever you get your podcasts or on headstuffpodcasts.com.
The family that vacations together stays together. At least, that was the plan. Except now, the dastardly desk clerk is saying he can't confirm your connecting rooms.
Wait, what?
That's right, ma'am. You have rooms 201 and 709.
No, we cannot be 5 floors away from our kids.
The doors have double locks. They'll be fine.
When you want connecting rooms confirmed before you arrive, it matters where you stay.
Welcome to Hilton. I see your connecting rooms are already confirmed.
Hilton, for the stay.
ABC Wednesdays, Shifting Gears is back.
He has arisen.
Tim Allen and Kat Dennings return in television's #1 new comedy.
What?
With a star-studded premiere including Jenna Elfman, Nancy Travis, and...
Hey, buddy!
A big home improvement reunion.
Welcome.
Oh, boy.
That guy's a tool.
Shifting Gears, new Wednesdays, 8/7 Central on ABC and stream on Hulu.
Everyone's been talking about the new Taylor Swift album. As a lonely woman, what does Taylor Swift mean to you?
As a lonely woman. I mean, I went to her gig there in the Aviva. Was that last year or the year before? I think it was last year. It was last year. I'm a fan of her music. I wouldn't say I'm a fucking Swiftie or any of that insanity because I don't follow her every move or know what she had for breakfast yesterday. I'm not I have a life of my own. I'm trying to live, I suppose. But I'm not overly excited by it. There's a few tunes on it, but it's all the nonsense as well, where she's saying that she's going to release 7 different versions of the album now, so that for each different version you might get a little Easter egg of a voice note or this other shite. So she's a complete fucking sellout, in my opinion, where she's completely monetizing over this whole thing. And her fans, some of the fans who are the diehards who would die for her, have turned on her, being like, you are absolutely monetizing this, and you've also used AI artwork at times to promote this shit. So as someone who then previously had said I'd never use AI, and there's lyrics in her songs that are a bit weird, of like, if you don't like me, then you must be gay.
Yeah,
I mean,
so I was
no
trying to
need for
find-
that.
I was trying to find that. I was very surprised in this day and age that a woman, especially, like if Eminem said it, I'd be like, come on now, Eminem, it's 2025. But like, fucking like Taylor Swift, I was very surprised.
I mean, especially because she's
has
had
she come out
songs for Pride. She's had like songs about like, you know,
like if you don't like me, you're gay.
Like that's such
Maybe
a
she-
fucking
maybe she-
secondary school.
Yeah, I was going to say maybe she ran a competition where like people could write in lyrics, and just like a 12-year-old boy won that one. Like, are you this, or this? Do you remember that? For a listener at home.
Oh, those are the best.
I'm putting my
Those.
fingers together, then I'm putting my hands into holes, putting them together, and then putting my finger into my hand hole. And that was how they used to catch you out in 6th class.
And as well, do you remember there used to be one as well where you'd go, say what if you're gay? And you
What?
say it really fast.
Oh no!
Oh my God.
You have to go home and tell your parents. You have to come out to your parents.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys.
To your birth, yeah, like.
Turns out Finton Moffat said I was gay, so I don't know. Please accept me. Please accept
I don't
me
know where
for
we
me.
go from here.
I don't know
where we go from
Who am I going to bring to the depths?
You know, because she's had lyrics before in the past in songs where she's said like shade never made anyone less gay. And you're like, why did you go backwards now all of a sudden? You know,
This is like real Limp
it's-
Bizkit shit. Like, shade never made you less gay.
But it's just it's the nonsense of all this shit of the multiple different releases of versions for an additional 30 seconds of a song and all this that you're
That
like, you're
bangs of,
fucking money making.
Do you remember like when like McDonald's would do like a promotion for a film? It's like for Batman Forever, get an exclusive Batman mug. And if you come in next week, you'll get an exclusive Joker mug. And then there's like 12 mugs, and there's always one kid in class who gets them all. But like,
Oh, yeah.
because you have to have the complete set. But yeah, it's a total
I had that
fucking
with Snoopy.
sham. With what?
Yeah. Snoopy.
Snoopy
There was
mugs.
different Snoopy mugs, in McDonald's for a while. Do you remember the Nutella? Do you remember the Nutella jars? Where it
How much
used
are they worth now, Justine?
I have such a range of them. There's Simpsons ones, Scooby-Doo ones. They're incredible.
Yeah.
But I had to collect them all.
There you go.
So I was eating Nutella, a full jar a day nearly, just to get through them.
This was obviously during the chunky Justine phase.
This is my peak era. So there's a few tunes on her album, but there's nothing outstanding that I'm like, this was worth the wait. It was the amount of hype to put into it as well before it was released. You were expecting huge things.
Also, I've got a weird...
Huge things like Anthony Boyle's Mickey or something.
Now, that's a big release. That's a release I could get behind. Or in front of. There's also a weird thing I've noticed with a lot of songs nowadays where, you listen to a song and you're like, this kind of sounds like an old song.
Yes.
And it's like almost a complete rip-off, but they get away with it by calling it an interpolation.
Mm-hmm.
It's not an interpretation, it's an interpolation. And you don't have to pay for a sampling. You just get your musicians to basically copy it. And nobody gets fucking sued. It seems weird. And
It's
it seems
fucking
lazy.
mental.
There's
Her
nothing
song
new.
Romantic or whatever it's called, that to me bangs of another song.
There's a
So
lot of banging
Romantic
of-
or something it's called.
I can't fucking remember, yeah. There was, there's
copy
one,
in your
you know
homework.
that, I can be your father figure, I got nothing now. There's a George Michael song called Father Figure, and then she has one also called Father Figure, I think. And
Yeah.
it sounds fucking the same. Anyway, it's weird. It's like a weird new way of copying shit. But I'll tell you, a lovely way to ruin a song is to research who that person was going out with at the time. Because you know when you're listening to a song and it's a romantic song, and it could be about a breakup or it could be about loving somebody, and you have this image of the person in your mind, like this beautiful man or this beautiful woman, and then you look up who they were going out with, and they're just going out with an absolute like munter.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it really, because like I love the song, you know, the Sinead O'Connor song, "The Last Day of Our Acquaintance." It's like a breakup song, and it's such a beautiful, sad, but kind of fucking. It's kind of got a happy ending to it, and it's about an awful breakup. But like when I listen to it, all I can think of is like her sitting beside John Waters with his big grey beard and his long dank hair and his questionable views, and it really ruins the fucking song for me. Or like when you listen to Toxic, the face that comes into your head.
Exactly.
Super
vet.
Noel Fitzpatrick.
Noel Fitzpatrick. You're like, what? How? It's a wild.
Because when you first hear that
discovering
song,
that has changed my life.
When you first hear that song, you think of like Toxic. You do think of like a man with an amazing chin, and you know he like works out on Venice Boulevard, and he's got
an
beautiful
absolute
golden skin.
Player.
Yeah, and he's like a Calvin Klein model, basically. I'm not throwing shade on Noel Fitzpatrick. I'm just saying, you're not thinking about Noel Fitzpatrick, the super vet.
That's not the place my head went first.
With
I was
his big
picturing
Shane
whoever the
Clifford
song
eyebrows.
was about.
His salt and pepper beard. And his hand of a dog.
It is insane. Like, it's but you're like
doing stitches on a hedgehog.
She had like in one of her albums there when she fucking dated your man for what 2 weeks or something from the 1975 that gobshite.
Okay.
You know.
No, but go on.
You know that gobshite? Oh, you do Matty Healy, isn't it?
Matty Healy.
Matty Healy. Ray.
He does sound like a
Matty Healy Ray.
He does sound like a disgraced Irish politician. And now the chair recognises Matty Healy.
Exactly. But she dated him for like 2 weeks and had like I don't know how many songs about him. And problem with that is he's a wanker. Everyone knows he's a wanker. We've always known this, in my opinion. There's definitely people that obviously are into him. But I'm like, hey, what did you think was going to happen with this fella now?
Yeah.
It just baffles me that she was ever, like obviously things happen. I can't judge when you've seen my track record at times, to be fair. But there was a lot of songs about being deeply in love and you're like, it was 2 weeks. Hey.
Yeah, come on.
It was 2 weeks.
It took you longer to make the song than the relationship.
Yeah, relationship. Come on now, let's put things in perspective.
There, you know the song You Ought to Know by Alanis Morissette?
Yeah.
And I'm here to remind you. Another amazing breakup song. Well, it's believed that song was actually about this lad here, Dave Coulier from Full House.
That looks like Daniel O'Donnell's cousin.
He's just a big, innocent looking lad with blow-dried hair. And he does look a little bit of Pat Sharp about him. Because every time you listen to that song, you just are picturing that man's face. And it takes the sexiness away from songs, doesn't it?
But you know what the problem is? If you're like, Jesus, you see it all the time, Kevin. Like, if you're a successful woman or like really beautiful artist, 9 times out of 10 when you see who they're with, you're like, huh? But it's just...
Are you thinking of Selena Gomez and her goblin husband?
The husband now, you know, it's... I remember it was Ali Wong talking about it in stand-up where she was like, if you're a male comedian and you get to the top of your game, you can be dating models, singers, you're going to have the most beautiful women all around you. And then she was doing the comparison of like, if you're a woman at the top of your game as a comedian, she's like, I'll give you an example. My friend she's dating a magician. And she was like, and he's not even a good magician. You're like, that is so true to me. It's so painfully true.
It doesn't really
They're not equal.
It doesn't go the other way at all.
No.
It really doesn't go the other way.
No, because I think being attractive is such a being funny is such an attractive quality. And if you're like top of your game in comedy as a man, Jesus, people are going to be all over it. But it's, as we spoke about this before, and I won't get into it in depth, but when you're a woman in that scenario, if you're straight, men can be put off by that.
Yeah.
But magicians are there. That's what I've learned. So.
Well, that's how you feel superior. You go with a magician. Well, here's the
Will
thing.
I make this Mickey disappear?
Lovely stuff.
There is a huge update this week. You know, people are coming, they're listening to us every week, Evan, and they're asking, what's the presidential discussion now? And they come to us first because they know we're going to give them the in-depth breakdown of what's going on. So you've heard it here first because I guarantee you're going to hear this from us first.
If you're listening to us
Jim Gavin.
If you're listening to us for your up-to-date political news, then this is the first time you've heard this. Jim Gavin has left the dressing room.
He's gone.
What I found amazing about Jim Gavin pulling out, Jim Gavin is the Dublin manager. He brought the team to glory, where he's so familiar with that big cup. I'd say he's eaten his cereal out of that cup so many times.
I wouldn't be surprised if he had the Christmas dinner out of it one year.
He was an army man. He was a football manager man. And he was the man for the job. At Fianna Fáil are like, let's get behind this man. He was down in the polls, and then he just decided, do you know what? I'm going to pull out before the big race. Can you imagine what his dressing room team talks would be like? Where he's like, all right, lads, listen, we're down a goal and 4 points. And, you know, but look, there's a half an hour left in that game. There's a half an hour left. So I think we should call it off. I think we should just give up. I think
we just go out there and hold a press conference.
To save ourselves the embarrassment, lads, I'd say let's just give up. Like, you know, like we're down 9 points. 9. We're not. That does not hope. We're gonna look like dickheads. If we leave now, like we'll beat the traffic. I'll take you all down to Flannery's, and the points are on me because we'll just look silly if we go out there. I'm trying to save you the embarrassment, lads.
Yeah. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Really.
All agreed. Very good.
All agreed. On. It's mental. It's also hilarious that it's that close to the actual polling that his name cannot be removed from the sheets.
From the polling cards.
Yes, so if you go in...
How fucking funny would it be?
I know. There's a possibility every Irish person spoils their vote and
makes him become president. Against his will. A forced presidency for 4 years. It's a 4 years, 7 years. 7 years for the Irish.
7 is jeez.
That would be gas. Just go, no, you will be president. You fucking will.
No.
Also,
you said you wanted it.
The scandal that took him down was that he owed a previous tenant $3,000 in back rent. So there were money left. The renter's account went into his account. It's about $3,000 16 years ago, and he never gave it back to him. This took down his chances. Do you remember
his entire campaign?
Do you remember when Donald Trump was running for president, and he was recorded on tape saying that he grabs women by the genitals against their will, and we were all like, "Oh, he's fucked. He's fucked."
Yeah.
There's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Yeah.
Talking about grabbing. First of all, female genitals, you don't...
Sexual assault is what we're talking about here.
It's sexual assault, but it's also the weirdest type of sexual assault. Because like you could grab a willy, you could grab an arse, you could grab a boobie, you could grab somebody's nose, you could grab a child's nose. But like, how do you grab a vagina?
Exactly. Yeah.
It's the one thing. It's like grabbing a hole. Or grabbing a cloud or something. It just anyway, and everyone was like, "Oh, he's fucked. There's no way." He was elected twice after that. He got back. He got back in,
and he said a lot worse things. He continues to just outdo himself of how insane he is as a person.
Jim Gavin should have done more crazy shit after that.
It's interesting though. I saw an interview with the tenant, and he actually put his hands up and said, "Like, look, you can listen to this and think I was in the wrong. And I was reading the comments throughout it. Like, he basically never closed the standing order. And it took him 2 months to realise. So it's not that Jim necessarily took this money out of his account. The tenant essentially was like, I forgot when I left to close the standing order. So 2 extra months of my rent went in before I even realised.
It can happen.
So it can happen, you know? But it is fascinating to wait 16 years to follow up and wait. Like, in that moment, he said he emailed him a few times and like, Jim initially replied being like, I'll get back to you on it, and then just started avoiding the calls. And your man at the time was like, look, there's only so much you can contact someone without it looking like you're harassing them. So I kind of gave up on it. But in that moment was that man in his head thinking, I'll fucking play the long game. I'm going to wait. There's something in this fella, I reckon. He's going to go big. Someday, that President Michael D. Higgins is going to be done. And then this man is going to think, I'm going for the job. And we'll see then when my fucking $3,000 comes up.
Revenge is a dish best served cold.
On a national scale.
Yeah. But also, so he was a journalist. I wonder, was he a journalist at the time? Or did he decide, do you know what, Grant, I'm going to become a journalist and take you down.
Yeah.
I'm going to take you down, Mr. Army
That's his
football
like
man.
fill-in origin story.
Yeah. It's the lamest villain origin story ever. Just like...
It's also the lamest reason to get into being a journalist. What made you get into a journalist? Like,
fucking landlord screwed me over about 16 years ago. Trying to get $3,000 back.
Just changed the course of my life.
$3,000 is such a small amount of money.
And also, as people are saying in the comments, this was 16 years ago. That's a fucking pricey amount to be paying. So the rent was essentially $1,000 and something a month at that time.
That's a lot. 16 years ago, yeah. Well,
wild.
Now it's a two horse race with 2 lovely fillies. We've got Catherine Connolly and Heather Humphreys.
Head to head.
Head to head. Who are you passionate about? Did you see Catherine Connolly doing keepy uppies on the football?
Incredible.
Did I say Catherine Thomas? Catherine Connolly went to a school, I think, and somebody kicked her a ball and she lifted it. She towed it up in the air beautifully and she kept it up on the toe. It looked like 5 or 6 goals. A couple of goals on the knees. Yeah. Then she was playing basketball. She was like showing nobody any mercy whatsoever. Duncan, she was like Air Jordan. And I literally assumed it was AI. I was like, there's no way.
Would.
This is just clearly AI. And it was fucking real. I think that's what did it for Jim Gavin. He's like, how the fuck am I going to compete with this?
Am I going to... Absolutely.
Sport was the only thing. The only other way she could have bet him is if it showed her like assembling a rifle and then like shooting a duck out of the sky or shooting a Russian drone or something. Then Jim Gavin's like, my goose is cooked, baby. You've got it in the bag, Catherine.
Absolutely. Yeah, and also I saw a video of her in a pub, an old country pub, playing the piano, and I says, now isn't that class?
Did she split the G?
I bet she fucking does.
Bet she does. 100%.
Does Heather take a pint now, I wonder? I wouldn't even know if Heather...
I'd say she's a gin and tonic woman.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
I'd say she's a gin and tonic woman, yeah. I can't see her...
It's hard to know.
Can't see her drinking a big pint of Guinness, though.
I found out a fun fact.
Go on.
This isn't really fun, okay, but I don't care because it's interesting to me. I think it is actually interesting, and there'll be listeners to this that'll be like, "Oh my god, I have that, and I didn't know that." So I have a thing that is called hemochromatosis. All right, it is a blood genetic mutation where your blood holds on to too much iron.
Is it contagious?
And what happens? It's not contagious. No. It's passed down. It's genetic, right? But I saw a video this week describing where this originated from. And basically, the mutation originated from the Irish famine and was done in an attempt for the body to survive longer by retaining more iron.
Oh my God.
So I am a direct descendant of someone who absolutely fought for their lives.
Wow. So this would be if you were in the X-Men, this would be your, what would your Irish superhero name be? Irish Clover.
Ooh.
Irish Rose. Hungry Girl. Is this why you do bang bangs now? Is that in deep inside the recesses of your brain, you're terrified that there'll be no dinner tomorrow?
Well, I'll tell you something like that. When I was recovering from anorexia, your brain and body go into survival mode. And I used to I'd like gather food and leave it in my room because I was afraid. Your brain just thinks,
like
shit, we might never eat again. Genuinely, like a hunter-gatherer, I swear to God. Because your brain goes into, this might be the last time we fucking eat, like.
Yeah.
It's
So
mental
that's
what the brain and body will do.
That's why you do bang bangs, is because you're a little famine woman.
But now, here's the thing. It's a really interesting fact to know, but also, I mean, for anyone who has it now, like, I mean, it damages organs. Like, if you don't monitor the amount of iron in your body, there's people that have to go and have a pint of blood taken out of them once a month because they've like literally if you have too much it starts to damage organs. So it's kind of not as cool of a thing to have now, but it's a cool origin for it.
I mean, I think I'm the opposite. I don't have enough iron in my blood. We should do a transfusion.
Yeah.
Don't know what that says.
But it's
about
why
me.
I get so red faced and stuff as well at times. Like it's a fucking nightmare.
I just thought that was dudes you constantly embarrassing yourself.
Yeah, that too.
Lovely stuff.
I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
You're a man who has bought garments and you have told me you've bought some garments in Brown Thomas.
Yes.
Yeah? That's fact. Okay, interesting. So I wandered into Brown Thomas last week because I tell you what I like to do. I like to go in and sniff the perfumes and dream. Sometimes I like to imagine I had money to pay for all these expensive perfumes.
Yeah.
And it's nice to dream.
Do you feel
It's nice to have
judgment from
dreams.
the Brown Thomas ladies?
That's what I was just about to say. I walked in to the shop and I was wearing a tracksuit because I was doing a wash at home. All right, so God forbid, I had no real other clothes to be wearing. The second I walked in there, this security man instantly started following me. Like, I mean, around to the different fucking perfume stalls. To the point I was nearly going to hand him one, be like, are you looking for this one, are you? Like, what's the scent you're looking for? He may as well genuinely have just pushed a big red button under the desk the second I walked in there. And I was like, I'm not a concern here for robbing you. Like, I mean, I wasn't going to, genuinely now, I'm fucking considering it after this treatment.
Yeah, you would be like,
the second I walk in
I think
here.
I am going to rob something actually now.
And this is based off of, like, I hadn't opened my mouth. Like, I know I don't belong there, but he didn't even know I was from Meath at that point. He was just basing it off of the fact I was wearing a tracksuit. I'm like, lad, and here's the other thing. I'd say in there, you've people that are clever enough to dress up and look the part, and they're the ones that'll snake out with a few bottles.
So you think a clever thief will dress up as a fancy Donnybrook maiden?
Completely, because you're gonna fit in. You're not gonna look out of place.
That's true.
This lad just saw the head of me coming in and says, well, this one's lost. Charlie's Takeaway is up the road, love.
Were you eating a takeaway at the time?
I wasn't. No, I wasn't.
Let me see. Were you smoking a fag in the shop?
No.
Vaping?
I wasn't. I wasn't doing anything. I had headphones in. That's the height of...
Did it put you off Brown Thomas for good?
I mean, I've never enjoyed being in Brown Thomas. When I go past the makeup, as I said to you before, it's like builders looking at foundations on a site in their head, looking at me thinking, oh, we could do a bit of a job there now on you. I'd take a few weeks work now, mind.
This is a
You'd have to
complete
come back to me
overhaul.
for a quote.
This is
We're going to have to work from the ground up.
We need to knock this to the ground. This is...
Oh, you'd have to apply for a grant. You wouldn't have the funds. You'd need a grant now for that.
Yeah, this is like when you see a cottage with no roof and you're like, do you know what? Let's just start from the ground up. The plumbing still works, thank God.
Yeah. But no, I've never felt like I belong there. And it's very much like Pretty Woman. You do have a vibe of that where I have been in there before and I had the intention of buying expensive perfume and I did. And I swear to God when I went to pay, because I'm telling you, I was talking to this woman before in there and I was asking her about the different scents. And like, I know my shit about scents as we've discussed before. And I was like, there's kind of a more ambery tone off of that one. I don't particularly enjoy that.
Amber.
And it's like
amber,
a spicy,
like
it's
from
like
a
a
tree.
warm, it's like a spicy warm undertone. If you have too much of it, you're fucked. You may go home. But anyway, and she was a bit like, this bitch is wasting my time. And then at the end, I found the one that I wanted. And I was like, yeah, I'll take that now. And I swear to God, like, you know, the whole conversation I was having with her prior to that, she was just like, zero time of day for me. Like, yeah, you're just wasting my time. I don't give a fuck. And then when I pulled out the card to pay, Jesus, she changed. I was like, yeah.
You guys work in commission, right? Well, this is worth €22. Big mistake. How much are you getting out of that? €2. All right, sorry. Never mind. Big mistake. Huge.
No, I bought a perfume there that was 150.
Damn, son. That's a lot of money for a perfume.
And now and you know what? It doesn't have the longevity of the scent. You want one that lasts on you all day. It's a lovely smell, but it doesn't last long.
Like that day you gone in wasting our time for an hour and then just buying Lynx Africa.
No, but I love it. Now that's, that was me. I had something good happen to me, I think, at the time. And I was
you were spending a bit of money on yourself.
I was just feeling nice about myself. I said, I deserve this now. I wouldn't be doing that every week. Jesus, no.
No.
Or every year even.
You'd be stinking.
And I won't be going back. I won't be going back anytime soon after that treatment.
Well, there you go. If you work for Brent Thomas and you'd like to get in touch and apologise to Justine and send her lots of smelly things, please do at thelovelyshowpodcast@gmail.com.
Just send me a few free perfumes and we'll call it quits.
Yeah, email them. Just email them even. Just describe them. And Justine can rub
perfumes that I want.
Justine can rub the laptop on her face.
Tom Ford Lost Cherry. Get me that one because that one is €360 to buy.
It's called Lost Cherry.
By Tom Ford.
That's a bit weird, is it? It's a bit sexual.
It truly just, and it smells sexy. It's like a dark cherry. It's gorgeous, but it's €360 for a little tiny bottle. So
damn. Well, that's it for this week, hum jobbers. Thank you very much.
That is it.
Thank
you
you
for
very
all your
much.
feedback as ever and all the messages and support. Can't get it over. And then people that are messaging me still saying, oh my God, I just discovered the podcast. It's so funny. That means so much. So thank you.
People from all over the world. Lads from America, Vietnam, Mayo,
Tubbercurry,
all over the world. You've been lovely and we love you very much. This has been another episode of The Lovely Show. Shout out to Hilary, our producer, and to Damo Dagger for providing us with our theme tune.
We'll see you next week. Good luck.
So talented. They'd make you sick.
This show is part of the HeadStuff Podcast Network, a hub for the creative and the curious. Shows are produced in association with HeadStuff and the Podcast Studios Dublin. Find out more or become a member at headstuffpodcasts.com.
Mint is still $15 a month for premium wireless. And if you haven't made the switch yet, here are 15 reasons why you should. 1, it's $15 a month. 2, seriously, it's $15 a month. 3, no big contrast. 4, I use it. 5, my mom uses it. Are you playing me off? That's what's happening, right? Okay, give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, $15 per month equivalent required. New customer offer first 3 months only. Then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.